Welcome everyone to this pre-financing agriculture sustainably conference event.
Rally the third and final of the three planned pre-conference dialogues.
The theme of the conference is combining short-term response and long-term vision, rethinking the approach to fertilizer subsidy.
So if we think about the short-term aspect of fertilizer subsidies, we see and know that a lot of governments around the world use fertilizer subsidies as a crisis response.
However, that period will permit ramp back to the self-trillion that will actually meddle.
And unfortunately, there have been a lot of crises recently.
The recent crisis in Russia and Russian European crisis, as well as the COVID-19, has exacerbated the situation and trying to send the fertilizer prices worldwide.
Most of the smallholder farmers and other stakeholders have resorted to the unconventional ways of financing the activities.
Specifically in Kenya, it turned out that the high fertilizer prices were a key driver of increasing poverty and food insecurity.
In the foundation gap, the main notification as well as financial constraints are the main constraints behind the multi-category and registration.
The rate at which fertilizer prices are increasing is much higher than the rate at which crop prices are increasing.
But the question is, what are the possible reasons for that?
Financial sustainability, education attainment, transportation issues by the suppliers and all that, government's spending.
Acidity really affects on nutrient use efficiencies.
Gender of the household rate, the role of the private sector, soil hand, land registry, as well as access to credit are the main factors that differ between those farmers who participate in the program and those farmers who may participate in the program.
Accessibility to fertilizers, affordability are one of the main drivers.
They need to have everybody on board. The issue of soil management is not an issue of one entity.
And of course, research is important. We need to be sure that whatever investments we are doing to support the agenda will be sustainable into the future.
It's a belief that the short-time crisis response policies and instruments need to be harmonized with long-term strategies and commitments more towards transformation of the agri-food systems and looking at transformative pathways.
We should be also looking at cultural needs. We are also considering sustainable processes and practices. Our study also shows that there is need to consider long-term strategy for raising fertilizer use efficiency on farms to make fertilizer more affordable.
We have to look at the financial sustainability of subsidies. This can be quite expensive and there are always trade-offs if we think of government spending.
We have to invest, among other things, in soil testing and extension services to educate our farmers. There is also need to encourage soil testing and the use of fertilizer blends that are suited to the local soil conditions.
These responses are related to different rates or different types of organic inputs.
We need to work together towards market-oriented approaches so that we have a gradual phasing out of blanket subsidies. What matters is the soil testing results. What is your soil telling you? What does your soil require for you to produce whatever you want to produce? That is the most important.
For the certain program that we're implementing, farmers must be reduced to samples of fertilizer.
Africa is importing a lot of food, it's importing a lot of fuel, it's importing a lot of fertilizer. We can import a lot of fuel, fine, but we cannot import a lot of fertilizer and also import a lot of food. Africa really needs to choose a struggle.
From those either 2010, run out the producer and remove fertilizers on the same land.
We are actually working together to see how we can incorporate these two, inorganic and organics, and provide guidelines as a recipe to farmers in the very near future.
We need to have a mechanism whereby we are able to standardize the messages and they're able to be used as extension.
I mean, they used to read, but now you can have the source tested and upload the results just to get some meaning to work to another.
I just wanted to ask the question of, did you consider the role of climatic conditions to a study?
Burma needs, parts of Kenya, and we should grow about climate smart will. Fertilizer subsidy will support farmers.
Kenya is one of those countries that have at least reached the target for the Abuja Declaration, which was to attain 50 kilograms of nutrients per hectare.